this morning. If you're new to my page, this is my before and after above me. And my name is Kenya, or Coach Kenya. I've been on a journey to a better version of myself, more focused over the last 5 years, but I started about 10 years ago. Where are you guys tuning in from? Who's all tapping in this morning? Today and every day. We're on day 83 of Faith Over Fear. Thank you for the follow, Sandra. I think I said it right. Sandra 60. Rock Peach, good morning. We're on day 83, guys. We have actually been showing up 83 straight days in a row, bettering ourselves. Yesterday I was sitting down and I realized I'm a little overwhelmed. I have a lot of things in the air and I'm overwhelmed. Because I usually set time aside to do phone calls. And at that time, it keeps getting pushed to the next day, to the next day, to the next day. And I'm starting to feel the frustration of that. So I'm regrouping myself to try to realign my day to see if I can get a little bit more done. So just by doing that, what I like to do when I try to, good morning, Mama W. Good morning, Hawa. What I like to do when I do that is I'll reset my mindset. Because somewhere in there, I'm probably wasting more time than I'm aware. And so I'll immediately begin to look at where I can better magnify my time. Thank you, Annette, for the gift. And good morning and welcome in. Thank you for the follows. Thank you guys for the love. So that's something I like to do. I know that my thinking is my biggest issue. Part of the things I've learned as being in a member of the Worldwide Fellowship of Al-Anon is that my thinking is my number one issue. That's where I fall short. And when I'm struggling in life or I'm not dealing well, if I immediately pursue the way I'm thinking, I typically can locate what's going on or where I'm hitting that barrier or hitting that wall. And then I need to respond accordingly. I just remember I need to do something today. I trust in God, my Savior. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. Good morning. So welcome in. So just Nick 20, welcome in. So again, I'm Coach Kenya. If this is your first time catching me, thank you for tapping in. You don't have to do anything, but if you can tell me where you're tuning in from and hit the like button, that's helpful. It makes me not feel like I'm talking to myself. And if you're new here and just trying to figure out what this jam is all about, no worries, sit back and relax. I'll hop right into it. Hi, Aphasia. How are you? Hi, Carol. I'll hop right into it and just do what I do. Again, don't forget to let me know you're here. Tell me where you're tuning in from, and I'll try to catch that. Good morning, Francie. And I'll try to catch it so I can shout you out and welcome you in. If you're new to following me, welcome to all the old tribe members who've been rocking with me and doing this thing for a very long time. And those of you who just start following me, we are the I.R.I.S.E tribe. It means I realize I'm strong enough. And we believe that you can rise over anything going on in your life when you tap into the belief and the capacity that you are capable of winning. I believe there's magic in self-belief. And when we nail down in self-belief, man, you can do stuff like this. Natural. A whole lot of self-belief and authentic faith. And that's how I've kept it off, is I've kept questioning, am I really walking in faith? Am I really walking in truth? Am I really walking in authenticity? Because if I begin to walk outside of authenticity, I begin to damage me. Because I begin to accept lower boundaries, aggressive speaking, people doing and saying as they feel toward me. I lessen my value. So I got to realign. Good morning. So my question for you today on welcome in, Mocha. Mona, thank you for the love. Thank you guys for the gift. Thank you for the friendship bracelet. Thank you. Oh, don't forget to join my team. I got an email about that, but shoot, I be forgetting. Just come in here and sit down with me. Sit back, relax. TR, good morning. All my people are in the building. But if you want to just sit back, relax, and grab these nuggets, grab a pen, grab a paper, because I don't know what might happen in the next 10 minutes. But whatever that shall be, I pray that it magnifies and elevates your frame of mind, your thinking, and your capacity to do more than you've ever wanted to do. Good morning, TR. Welcome into the best moderators in the building. I truly believe that in order to accomplish any goal, any task, anything that you are pursuing, you have to truly believe that you've already wanted that. You know, one of the reasons why I like to some days highlight and talk more about mindset and affirmations and focus on the journal that I like to share with people and the books that I read is because I want you guys to understand that some things are simple once we wrap our mind around the capacity that we believe we can accomplish it. Did you know it became easier for me to journal consistently when I began to journal? Like I begin to have a reason. Thank you so much, Beverly, for the love. Thank you for the likes. I begin to have a reason to show up for myself. Because I wanted to see, I spent so many years waking up miserable, depressed, anxious, lonely, in a rush, in a hurry, trying to do somebody else's stuff. Isn't it interesting how when you have to get up for your own stuff, it's hard to wake up, and when you got to get up for somebody else, you up early, you outside in the car waiting for them to go to something important to them. Good morning at Miss ATM. I like that handle. It's interesting how the mindset will actually trick you to drive harder for other people and you don't even know it. Because there's this weird validation we get for overdoing. There's a weird, strange validation that can calm and soothe us like food, like love, like relationships that comes when we over-sacrifice, when we crawl ourselves up on the cross and we hang. There's a certain sense of validity that comes in that sense of losing ourselves. But what I want to talk to you about today is focusing in on the things that help you lose yourself in yourself. I did not accomplish what I've accomplished from 579 to where I am today because I forgot to bring my mindset along. Okay? I brought along my mindset. I brought along journaling. I brought along meal planning. I brought along nutritional and intermittent fasting. I brought these things along with me. And I start telling myself, you know what? Why can't I just make intermittent fasting look like what I wanted to, but use the same tools? Because I didn't want it to look like a weightlifter or a bodybuilder or any of those people. I didn't want it to look like some complicated being caught up and stuck in the gym. I didn't want that. Because I knew that really wasn't my personality, and I didn't want to engage in something that made me have to buy into a behavior in order to do it. I want, not what I mean, not behavior, but I didn't want to be a bikini model in order to lift weights. I didn't want to have to be able to see, that's never where my focus was, because I came from dying. I simply wanted to be able to live without the barriers and pressures of shortness of breath, back pain, thigh pain, inability to fit in public bathrooms, gotta wonder what the restaurant seats look like, gotta figure out if somebody's coming to pick me up if I can fit in their car. We may say we can fit, but that is a true concern. I was 570 pounds. I know I had to be transported through medical transportation after I got so big, or a van. So when people say, "Oh, I weigh this size and I can fit in any car," in my head I could, until I got stuck in a car. And so it's like those things, when they're in the moment, it doesn't seem like it's hurting. It didn't seem like it was hurting me, but it was hurting me. But it was hurting me inside of me. So to find concepts like journaling, meal planning, prepping, having a safe space to talk about it, not focused on the scale, not calorie counting, those things allowed me a sense of freedom to get to know who I was. Because even though I'm over 40 and I'm a well adult and been doing this for over 10 years, I was still learning who I was. Okay. I was still in the middle of discovering what I really needed as a person in order to sustain and maintain the results I had achieved. I knew that what I had done, I knew the resistance bands had been powerful. So, of course, that was easy to keep. Things like the vibration plate, I've been using that for over 8 years. That was easy to keep. Click the card. Marsha. So there were things that were easy to keep, but there were other things that I tried and it was not for me. I tried one of those boot camps. It was not for me. It just wasn't for me. I want to be able to, if I'm moving around my house, I want to be able to get that 25-minute workout in, done, over with, and on to the next thing. I don't want to have to do all these things to go in the gym, not to be worried about all these. I don't, it's just me. I don't know. Maybe that'll change. But for right now, I like to keep it simple and sweet. Journal, meditation, feel better, foundation to fitness, eat better, intermittent fasting with nutritional supplements, and three meals. I do 3 snacks, 2 shakes, and 1 meal a day, and I break that meal up sometimes. I'm simply focused on keeping this thing as simple as possible. I want you to think about that. Have you overcomplicated how to lose your weight and keep it off? And if so, it's never too late to rewrap that mindset around another mentality. The primary goal to wellness is you're allowing your body to reach its natural state of ketosis and apogee. That's metabolic movement. You learn that, and when yours acts up, turn up, start burning and churning, you'll learn when to eat and when to fast. And those are things you are capable of doing. That's why we get to I.R.I.S.E here. Good morning. Let's do our reading. Day 83. It is written. So again, have I thought in these days? Something tells me I need to turn up my volume on these. So remember, we're doing our readings. We're hopping right into it. Thank you for the follow, baby. Liz May, thank you for the follow, baby. People ask me, am I a health coach, but I'm not really a health coach. I'm actually a therapeutic weight loss focused coach. So I'm a retired clinical coordinator, professional counselor, graduated, all of that. And I worked in that industry for years and years and years and years. When I retired, I was sick. After going back to school to be a physician's assistant, I got sick in school. So I almost died, gained a whole lot of weight. Long story short, when I lost my weight, I realized that there was something mental connected to obesity. So I began researching, looking at it, digging into it. So by losing my own weight, I started studying myself, writing stuff down. And then I started telling people to let me invite them. And thus grew the 5-week transformation program that was over 8 years ago. So if you're new to following me, this is what I've been doing for the last almost 10 years. I love what I do, and you're welcome to my channel. And these are the 2 books that I've been reading off and on for about 8 years total, possibly more like 7. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's a more like 7. I don't look at them. It's since they came out, I have them. When this book was produced, it was given to me by my bishop. This book was gifted to me in 2017 by a mentor. I've been reading them off and on. This is the first time I've ever read them from cover to cover, and I've invited you to do that. Thank you so much for the gifts. So I hope you tap in daily. I come live every day and I do this thing. Why do I do this thing? Because I want people to realize that mindset is the key to wellness. I didn't say weight loss. I said wellness, because weight loss falls under wellness. And when you achieve true wellness, you achieve weight loss as a natural result of the wellness. Anywho's, let's get into it. It is written. So again, have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judea. Fear ye not. Principle. Fearful thoughts are as bad as expressed fear. That's true. Because did you know some of us don't say it out loud, but because we think it all the time, it's true. And we don't even know we're manifesting it in our mind. So even though you're not saying you don't think you can keep the weight off because you keep thinking it in all of your actions, catch it. It's starting to manifest itself. Oh, I don't want the weight to come back. I don't want it to come back. I don't want it to come back. If that's all you're focused on is doing things that make it not come back, you're not focused on your wealth, your wellness. Change your mindset around the journey in which you pursue and watch the journey work better for you. Change your mindset around the journey in which you pursue and watch your journey work for you. Tap the like button if you felt that. Prayer 1. Principle. Fearful thoughts are bad as expressed fear. I always like to repeat that principle. Thank you so much, Mocha. Welcome in and good morning. Vanessa. Fear of wrongdoing. Thank you, Beverly. Fear of wrong decisions shall not ruin my destiny. Good morning, JP. In Jesus' name. I pray my thoughts will be renewed in the Lord God Almighty in Jesus' name. Ask for renewal of your thoughts. Good morning, Todd. One of the biggest struggles that many of us have is our thoughts are our strongest battles. We're at war with the way we're thinking. That's why we can't get some of the concepts. That's why we stop and start everything, because we're coming up with new ideas. We're bringing in an old mindset. It's like taking a shower and putting on your old underwear, your old socks, and your old bra that was smelly and sweaty and wondering why you stink. You can't want to engulf yourself into a new lifestyle and not be willing to transform your thinking. You can't want to live in this same type of circumstances and environment and then call yourself transformed. Eventually, the environment will invite you back, and you will go freely if there's enough stress. Good morning, Brina. Thank you. The gifted child. Thank you. Welcome in. Good Naomi. Welcome in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for the follow. Good morning, Gina. Ryan, welcome in. Mocha, thank you. Uncle Timo, welcome in. Did you grab that? It'll work for you if you're willing to. The mindset, okay? Fear of wrong decisions shall not ruin my destiny. How many of you are sitting on making a decision right now and you won't make the decision because you're more worried about what might not happen instead of what might happen? You've gotten focused on the wrong portion. Like, oh my God, I really need to do this. Okay, I'll give you an example. We're in a weight loss community, catch it or don't. Like some of you truly are struggling mentally and you do really need a tool to help you get where you need to be. But because you're not understanding what the tool can do for you if you invite your mindset, you won't buy into the concept of doing it different. So you continue to struggle. You continue to battle with the war with yourself. Some of where we are is self-imposed. Thank you for the gift, my love. Thank you for sharing my live, Amanda. Some of our struggle is self-imposed and we can't see it. Good morning, Joyce. Thank you. Ting Ting, welcome in. Some of what we're struggling with is self-imposed, lady, but we can't see it, Brina. We can't feel it, Brina. Because life makes us, it does this little thing. We can actually be living absent of mind and body. That's how you can drive to work and not know how you got there. That's how you can put something back and not remember if you put it back. Good morning, Felicia. Liz, did you hear me? We can be absent of mind and body. We can literally be live, walking, functioning zombies. Today, Melanie Beatty says, February 26th says, embrace the lessons of night. I reached Wyoming's Yellowstone Park late, much later than I had planned. The park was sprawling. I wasn't certain how to find the lodge. I couldn't find anyone to ask for help or directions. Tired and exhausted, I couldn't make sense of the map. I found myself driving around and around, becoming almost frantic. Suddenly, beyond the treetops, I spotted a bright light. Good, I thought. It must be the lodge. I drove a little farther, then stopped, and the car stared in awe. When I saw what I saw stilled my heart and calmed my frantic pace. Above Yellowstone Lake, nestled between two mountain peaks, glowed a huge, white, full moon, the largest I'd ever seen it. The pines stood guard, quiet and still, a light layer of snow and ice frosted in the lake's surface. I pulled to the side of the road and watched the moon set. It was the single most beautiful, breathtaking scene of the journey. I would never have seen the scene in the daytime. I would never have seen this moon. I had not gotten lost. I would have never seen it, had never seen it. Had it not been this particular time of night. So maybe I'm not lost, I thought. And maybe I'm not late. Maybe what I'm really doing is taking a beautiful evening drive. When we're lost, when the way gets dark, sometimes we see things we never would have seen in the daylight. Sometimes the lessons we learn in the darkness are breakingly beautiful. Enjoy the sunshine, but trust the darkness too. It is more than to be endured. It is to be experienced and later cherished. Journey to the Heart by Melanie Beatty. Journey to the Heart by Melanie Beatty. These two books do support my journal, which is called I.R.I.S. Self-Care Planner and Weight Loss Journal. You can get that copy in a bundle right now. You can get my Unbig Your Back program, my 5-week meal plan, and the journal all in one. It's over about 1,000 and 1,500 pages. So they all do come digital for you in full color that can be downloaded. Many of my girls do download them and even get them bounded. If you ever want to see an example of one of the books bounded or what it looks like. Oh, wait a minute. Let me grab it. The cover's going to look like that. It's going to look like that. And this is over a 250-page document. It actually covers everything from weight loss and meal and plan tracking, all the way down to daily affirmations, daily tracking of weight loss goals, and all those things. I do realize some people need those things. Beans and rice, welcome back. I realize some people, mom of 3, India, welcome in. I realize people need those. Good morning, Michelle. And so I like to try to provide what helped me help other people better, right? My mindset is unique, but some people need certain things. So I do provide those things. The journal contains my affirmations that I actually made up myself many years ago in a book that I wrote. And so there's daily affirmations at the bottom of each page. Then there's also space to write. You can print those out by section. You can print it all out by ones. Like I said, I have had 2 or 3 clients print their weeks out one at a time. And in the end, they have a nicely bound that they can sit in their kitchen on their countertop and pull out those recipes, see those grocery lists and meal plans. I have a lady that printed hers out and bounded it because she takes the grocery list to the grocery store. The reason why you don't receive an actual book is because of the amount of pages, and it is fully colored and detailed, and it goes all the way into actually the psychological aspect of overeating, undereating, restricting, and food, as well as we have sections in our 5-week digital program that is being launched that where you can also look at portion control, eating out guides, pantry items that are good to have in your home if you're looking for that more healthier lifestyle, and how to transition your taste buds over. So I've added some updated knowledge and information in all of these documents to better serve you. That's why we do keep them digital. I am the type of therapeutic wellness support guide that believes that because the industry of weight loss and wellness is always changing, that I need to be able to provide you with that knowledge and information and resources. And so when new research studies come out and things of that nature, I do provide those in your books and digital products that you have access to download. You do also get tangible things. I send out weight tape measures. Why do you get a small tape measure? Because I want you to be able to track things. Some people measure their weight, their thighs when they start out with me because they're not big. They're too large for the scale. So we pick an area of the body and we use this small tape measure to track progress, because inches is where you win. Inches is a sign of loss of visceral fat. That is what we want. That is what we desire. That is what we crave. We want weight loss, but a lot of times our weight loss can be fluid. And because of the way the things, the environment, and we don't control toxicity, we can quickly gain that back. Okay. So be mindful of those things. Don't beat yourself up when you seem to be battling between 1 and 5 pounds. That is actually natural with our bodies when you're looking at gravity, toxicity, and also fluid and water intake. If you're someone who drinks water before bed, you realize in the morning, if you don't get up and pee a lot, you're going to be a few pounds heavier because you've laid stagnant at night. So do research on these things if you don't believe me. If you believe I'm just talking, go do your own research. But if you look at me and you do the research into my story, you'll see that I'm sending on nothing but fact. I do the homework for you so you don't have to, and then I provide you with the resources so you can go check me. I want you to go double check me, okay? And so you have a beautiful day. May God bless each and every one of you. Be sure you click the link in the bio if you want to grab any of the products I mentioned. If you're on my TikTok shop, my loves, I just pinned for you before I leave the actual kit that I mentioned. And then the books we are reading today are Melanie Beattie, Journey from the Heart. This is going to help you with your relationships, codependency, and mentalities that you may be struggling with. And then after our reading each day, you go over and you write in your journal, your self-care planner and journal, okay? You can do it digitally. It does allow you to do it digitally when you may turn it into an editable PDF when you download it, or you can print it out. Some ladies do print it out. Now, It's not hard to print out. We just print you one copy and then make it copies of the copy. Don't complicate it. It's kind of cute, actually. But if you want to keep it digital and write notes and attach it, that's too cool, too. But the reason why I like people to write, because writing does triggers a different part of the brain. And then we have Damon Komalafi, 365 Days Fear Not. Good morning, Kiki. Good morning, Day. I think it's Daya. Good morning, Pamela. How are you? You are so welcome, Liz. Okay, so I'll see you. Some of you guys, I'll see you back tomorrow. Me and you. We do this thing one more time. Yeah? Okay. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for the love and the like today. I feel so grateful. Kiki, welcome in. Welcome to the follows. Welcome to the loves. I do it every day. Cut those notifications on. Now, some days I'll be on this thing crazy. And then if you're not somebody that like to laugh, you ain't gonna make it over here because I'm always being silly. So come on over here. Weight loss ain't supposed to have you stressed out and broken down. It's your lifestyle. You're supposed to be able to enjoy it and learn ways to make it fun and natural. It's okay if you keto count, diet, restrict. It's okay if you shot, inject. It's okay if you surgery. It's okay if you natural. However you're doing it, as long as you're working on your mindset and being a better version of you, you're welcome here. We just don't want nobody crazy, tack-headed, codependent, and all of that drama. I can't do it. I got a terminal illness. I ain't got time for it, okay? So over here, you're more than welcome when you come in with the right focus. And the focus around here is you and only you. Nobody else. Bye. Have a good day. Love y'all.